Sideline internal rotation. The sideline internal rotation is an excellent exercise to stretch the posterior part of your shoulder capsule. So you should lie on your side. If I'm going to stretch my left shoulder, I'm going to lie on my left side. And I want to make sure that my body's kind of in a straight line, so my ankles, knees, hips, shoulders are in a nice straight line here. I'm going to place my arm, my left arm, at a right angle. All right, so my elbow's in alignment with my shoulder here. And I'm going to take my opposite hand, my right hand, place it on top of my left wrist, and I'm going to push slowly down towards the ground until I feel a little bit of a tug in the back of my shoulder. And I want to apply about anywhere between 3 and 8 pounds of pressure. I know it's hard to really, well, how do you know how much pressure you're applying? You'll know by just sensation. It shouldn't be so much that your shoulder really says, hey, don't do that, but enough to where you know that your shoulder is actually stretching. It's also important that you make sure that this top shoulder is forward ever so slightly, okay? That's going to ensure that your scapula makes good solid contact with the ground so that you don't have any winging, which will allow you to better stretch the posterior part of your shoulder. A lot of throwing athletes, football players, baseball players, any type of overhead sport athlete, racket athletes, typically, sooner or later, are going to experience tightness, posterior shoulder capsule tightness. This is really going to work that posterior muscles of the shoulder capsule. Now I can do a series of repetitions, say 5 to 10, applying 5 to 10 seconds worth of pressure, or I can just hold it for time, say 30 seconds. Let me show you from this angle, the side, so you get an idea of how I'm positioned. Get a right angle here, nice straight line through my torso, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. The position of my fingers kind of towards the midline of my body ever so slightly. And that's the sideline internal rotation.